Hello, beautiful Geminis. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so very much for all your contributions, your generosity. I appreciate you, and thank you for all you do. Let's go straight to Gemini. Gemini. The way forward is open. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. It says, I will guide you to your personal freedom. Trust the guidance that you're receiving. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. I am also present to clear away your worries so that you can trust your divine guidance. Open up to your spiritual gifts. Remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth, saying, stay the course, don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy ride. Learn from your experiences and keep going. So let's get into it. My throat wants to close up here. It could be to do with a commitment. Stay the course. Let's go. You are protected here. And maybe you're trying to protect your nest egg. I don't know. But you are headed the right direction. So things might be tough here, but it's about getting some sort of balance here. Now, remember that we are spiritual beings. Why is my throat closing? We are spiritual in nature, not just physical. Something to do with spirituality and physicality. So there could be some resistance. Somebody feels like, I don't know, it could be the past. A past upheaval. Empress in reverse. Oh, God. So we got an Empress in reverse that's been making up some... This is resistance. Resisting change. Somebody does not want to resist. Someone wants to resist making some sort of change, but they're not in their full power. Like... I don't know if there's some depression here or you're dealing with some sort of an Aquarius who's holding some kind of grudge about something. They're resisting change. Resisting change. angry about some kind of tower or angry about some kind of upheaval here. Someone being depressed and angry about some sort of upheaval here. But the funny thing is, they're resisting the change. They don't want to change. They're resisting changing something. This is planning on and waiting. Someone walking away or somebody. I don't know if they're running. I don't know if they're walking. There's some kind of freaking insecurity here. Is it that someone is interfering? Or is somebody imitating? Or is somebody like... They're resisting change. I don't know what this is. There could be some codependency here. Or some sort of an addiction or codependency. It's like someone in some kind of toxic or codependent situation here. And it's like someone... Could be about finances. Or someone's sick. There's all this upheaval. It could be lack of finances. It could be about a commitment. Family commitments. It's like someone is sticking their nose where it doesn't belong here. Or somebody is interfering in something. Somebody is resisting change. Like they're getting mad and they're getting hostile because they don't want to bring about change. But yet that's exactly what needs to have happen here, is some sort of change. So there could be some kind of judgment being made. Maybe there's arguing, fighting going on. Maybe somebody's got too much to damn well say here. But they don't want to change. It's like, do as I say, but not as I do. Gemini. Somebody's like, do as I say, but not as I do. So it's like they're resisting change. Someone is codependent or there is some codependency here and they're resisting change. And at the same time, They can't figure out why. I don't know if there's some kind of plan or some kind of an arrangement that somebody feels stuck. So, what they're doing here seems to be like there's an awful lot of blaming going on here. It's like someone is the Empress in reverse. But they're resisting change. It's like we've got all this upheaval, we've got all these stressors, we've got all these arguments, we have all this, but they don't want to change. It's like someone resisting change. It's like we're here to change, we're here to evolve. Then someone's like, no, I ain't changing. Nope, I ain't changing. I ain't changing, I ain't changing. But a change is required because if something doesn't change, you can't expect something to um be the same all the time. It's like we're here to evolve, we're meant to change, and someone's stubborn, they're like, nope, I ain't changing. Mm-mm. Nope, digging their heels in, going, nope, I ain't changing. I ain't changing. Well, then they can't complain about their circumstances then. I don't know who's doing this, but it's like creating a bunch of drama. It's like creating a bunch of upheaval. It's creating a bunch of turmoil here. And they're sitting there and they're going, no, I ain't changing. Mm-mm, not me. Everyone else has to change, but I don't need to change. It's like there could be like a lot of judgment. There could be it's because they're resistant to change. They refuse or they are resisting that things are changing or that things have changed. Maybe circumstances have changed. And it's like someone stubborn. Nope, I ain't changing. Mm-mm. I'm not bending. I'm not giving. I'm not. I'm not. I'm. Mm-mm. It's lack of trust. I don't trust. Well, then don't expect that things will change. I mean, they're not going to change on their own. So, this is someone who says some very hurtful things. And it's like they've been making fun of someone else. They've been making fun of and mocking someone, judging someone, mocking someone, um, creating a bunch of upheaval where it never needed to be in the first place. Someone's got a fear of change. And they're doing this out of their own selfishness, out of their own self-interest. Gemini, someone is saying this for their own self-gain, their own self-interest. They're being very arrogant, very rude. And they wonder why someone isn't talking to them, or they wonder why someone doesn't want to be around them, or they wonder why. Well, because they're being very rude and they're being very arrogant, and they've been mocking and making fun of someone who is a high priestess. This is like, we're here to evolve, but this is someone who's always feeling sorry for themselves. They're saying these things because they're being rude, they're being arrogant, and they refuse to change. So they're pouting. I'm sorry, they are. Now, it could be about a commitment or having commitments here that something is just becoming so overwhelming that someone's doing an awful lot of backstabbing here behind someone's back. They're being rude, they're being arrogant, they are stabbing someone in the back. They're being frickin' stubborn. Somebody all worried about their reputation, or worried that somebody is getting some kind of recognition, or worried that's oh, Jesus. Someone's just being foolish here. And somebody conflicts and jealousy. Somebody's in complete denial that they got a problem. This is the door to personal freedom here. Being independent. This is someone who's very strong, very independent. They are a high priestess who is sitting here doing very well, getting a lot of growth, is very happy, is very positive, and someone is just like holding on to some F shit here. I don't know. Oh my God. Someone is doing too much talking. There's too much yapping going on about somebody else's finances, somebody else's growth, somebody else's future. And it's looking like It's about perspective. You know, someone is a leader. This is about truth. This is about someone refuses to see the truth. Someone is like, you're talking to, it's a dead horse. It's like talking to a dead horse. It's like, it's, someone is being manipulative and somebody is lying. And they're doing this. Aw, this is terrible. So it's like, this is gossip. Somebody is stuck hell-bent on gossiping about somebody else's family. I'm sorry. This is a high priestess and perhaps the high priestess's family. This is somebody who's been like maybe a single parent. I don't know. This is like somebody else sitting talking shit, yet they're the Empress in reverse. They're completely 100% codependent, yet they talk like they know everything. They're resistant to change. They do not want to change. They refuse to see that there's anything wrong with them. How can you have a relationship? How can you even communicate with someone who thinks that they don't have to make any changes or needs to make any changes? We are all here to evolve as human beings. Now, what did it say? Your true nature is spiritual, not physical. What about soul growth? How is someone's soul going to grow if they refuse and keep resisting growing? Like, there's no growth here. There is someone who's a know-it-all, who thinks that they know it all, that they're just fine the way that they are, and their belief system is different than this person's belief system, and that their belief system is correct, but they're not. They're the Empress in reverse. They haven't done any soul growth. They're not growing as evolving. They're not growing. They're completely codependent. How is their soul going to grow? We are all spiritual beings here. We're not just here in the physical form. And somebody has been berating someone and talking behind their back and trying to turn other people against someone who believes in spirit, who believes in soul growth, who believes in, this could be family. There could be a disagreement in a family over someone's spirituality or someone's, and this, yet they're coming the Empress in reverse. Well, let's see how their soul is grown. Everything is about physicality. Everything is about physical. What you got going on. In the physical world, what about the metaphysical world? What about the growth of the soul? You know what I'm saying? Doing things that are good for the soul, doing things that are good for one's spirit self instead of the tangible physical self. And it's like the two correlate hand in hand together. So when somebody is, that's why they're the Empress in reverse. It's all about physicality. It's all about the physical world, instead of the spiritual world. So there is they refuse to change. A complete refusal. They can't see anything on like a soul level or for personal growth and personal freedom and personal growth. Everything is all about complete codependency, being completely codependent on someone else for their existence. And then when that person passes away or that person dies, then what? That's it? There's nothing after that? So someone doesn't believe in the afterlife, or doesn't believe in soul growth, or doesn't believe we have souls. It's almost like everything is physical. Once we're dead, we're dead. There's nothing after that. And they refuse to change. They're resisting change. So instead of changing, they'll badmouth someone who does believe in spirituality or does believe in just, they don't want to change. They're resisting change. They don't want to change. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as this. There's no such thing as that. I don't know. Like our true natures are spiritual. So of course we are spiritual beings. Like our energies, and somebody is disagreeing here and they're going, no, there's no such thing. There's no such thing. Everything is physical. Once our physical bodies die, there's nothing after that. Which is a load of crap. I'm sorry, but it is. And they've been mocking, turning others against people. Yet, how can there be angels if there's no spirits? How can there be angels then, if there's no spirits? Like, there's a double standard here going on. This is a codependency. I'm sorry. So it's like, anyways, I'm just saying. If someone isn't open-minded, of course, you're not going to, I don't know. They're your experiences, okay? They are your experiences that matter, not that matters of what somebody else thinks or says. They're so closed-minded, they wouldn't recognize an angel if it was standing right in front of their face. This is someone who's like, there's some kind of denial here. Someone is like, the two are a correlation. It's not just our physical bodies we have to look after, it's our souls we have to look after. It's not just our physical bodies, it's our soul growth. That's why we're here. But somebody's in total disagreement, and you are not going to teach them anything. We have souls that we have to nourish. Not just our physical bodies, but our spiritual bodies. And what we feed our minds and what we feed our souls. Someone is drinking a cup of bitterness over here. And it could be making their physical bodies ill. When your spiritual body suffers, your physical body will suffer. And it's almost like somebody's physical body is deteriorating because of their soul. What's inside their soul? Inside their soul is anger, resentment. They're not being honest with themselves. They're not. They're not being honest with themselves. We are all spiritual beings here. We all are made up of energy. And even when our physical bodies pass from this world, we are still energy. And someone's energy that they are carrying around is full of victimhood, is full of vindictiveness, is full of holding grudges, of bitterness, of bringing up the past and bringing it. They are miserable, so they may be having a problem with their physical bodies because the two correlate hand in hand. Take care.